Follow the trend, tend to benefit while avoiding harm. Hello everyone, this is Mr. D. Today I want to share with you one of the meanings of heavenly stem of the name of the day and the 6 relatives. When we predict something, we want to predict how it will affect us or other people. So we need to determine in each course which symbol represents me or the person asking the question. This symbol is the lower symbol of the first lesson, which is the heavenly stem of the name of the day. We predict how things will go by looking at the relationship between this symbol that represents me and the other symbols in the course. There are several relationships between symbols, and in this video, I'm going to show you the relationships based on the 5 elements. What each of the 6 relatives is has been different in China since ancient times. In this series of videos, I'm just saying what the 6 relatives of the Liu Ren is. 6 relatives means 5 kinds of relationships between the symbol representing me or the person asking the question and the other symbols. The first relationship is the symbol that generates the other symbol representing me, and we call this symbol's relationship to me, the father and mother. For example, in this course, the symbol that represents me or the person asking the question is here. It is Jia, which is Q, and the attribute of 5 elements of Q is wood. Let's look at the 3 transmissions of this course. The first transmission is the Zi, which is A, and the attribute of 5 elements of A is water. According to the relationship between generation and restriction of the 5 elements, water generates wood. So A generates Q. So the relationship of the 6 relatives between Q and A are called the father and mother. I abbreviated it as F and M. It's easy to understand that it is our parents who always help us unconditionally. When you encounter a symbol that has this relationship with you in the 3 transmissions, it generally means that someone or God will help you. You will have good luck, and the development of things will benefit you. The second relationship is the symbol representing me that generates the other symbol, and we call this symbol's relationship to me the son and grandson. For example, in this course, the symbol that represents me or the person asking the question is here. It is Jia, which is Q, and the attribute of 5 elements of Q is wood. Let's look at the 3 transmissions of this course. The second transmissions are the Si, which is F, and the attribute of 5 elements of F is fire. According to the relationship between generation and restriction of the 5 elements, wood generates fire, so Q generates F. So the relationship of the 6 relatives between Q and F are called the son and grandson. I abbreviated it as S and G. It is easy to understand that we will always help our children unconditionally. When you encounter a symbol that has this relationship with you in the 3 transmissions, it generally means that you are going to lose something, or you are going to spend a lot of energy or money on it. The third relationship is the symbol that restricts the other symbol representing me, and we call this symbol's relationship to me the officer and the demon. For example, in a course, this is the 4 lessons of this course. This is the 3 transmissions of this course. Let's ignore its heaven plate and earth plate. The symbol that represents me or the person asking the question is here. It is E, which is R, and the attribute of 5 elements of R is wood. Let's look at the 3 transmissions of this course. The third transmission is the Shen, which is I, and the attribute of 5 elements of I is metal. According to the relationship between generation and restriction of the 5 elements, metal restricts wood, so I restricts R. So the relationship of the 6 relatives between I and R are called the officer and the demon. I abbreviated it as O and D. Why did the ancient Chinese name this relationship the officer and the demon? The Chinese ancients didn't compare officers to demons, but wanted to express the kind of power that we can't defeat, that scares us. It means a powerful officer or a demon who is stronger than us, who can hurt and restrict us. When you encounter a symbol that has this relationship with you in the 3 transmissions, if your divination has nothing to do with promotion or officialdom, it means someone or a certain force will cause you trouble. You will have bad luck. If your divination is related to your promotion and officialdom, it means that you may be promoted. And of course, you may lose that promotion. We must judge it according to various factors in the course. The 4th relationship is the symbol representing me that restricts the other symbol, and we call this symbol's relationship to me the wife and wealth. For example, in this course, the symbol that represents me or the person asking the question is here. It is E, which is R, and the attribute of 5 elements of R is wood. Let's look at the 3 transmissions of this course. The second transmission is the Chou, which is B, and the attribute of 5 elements of B is earth. According to the relationship between generation and restriction of the 5 elements, wood restricts earth, so R restricts B. So the relationship of the 6 relatives between R and B is called the wife and wealth. I abbreviated it as W and W. Why did the ancient Chinese name this relationship the wife and wealth? In ancient Chinese ethics, a wife must obey her husband, so it is my wife who is restricted by me. On the contrary, the one who restricts me sometimes represents my husband. Things that can be restricted by me are things that I can control, and things that I can control are my wealth. So the symbol I restricted is called the wife and wealth. The moral view that a wife must obey her husband is wrong today. In today's values, everyone is equal and no one should control anyone. But in a relationship, one part is always strong and the other is weak. If you are a gentleman and your wife has a strong personality, then when you predict things, there is a symbol that restricts you in the 3 transmissions, then this symbol represents your wife. We should pay attention to the objective facts shown by the relationship between these symbols, instead of overly paying attention to the moral values of the ancients. The 5th relationship is the symbol that has same attribute of the 5 elements with the other symbol representing me, and we call this symbol's relationship to me the brother and sister. For example, in this course, the symbol that represents me or the person asking the question is here. It is Wu, which is you, and the attribute of 5 elements of you is earth. Let's look at the 3 transmissions of this course. The second transmission is the Chou, which is B, and the attribute of 5 elements of B is earth. U and B have the same attribute of the 5 elements, So the relationship of the 6 relatives between you and B is called the brother and sister. I abbreviated it as B and S. Why did the ancient Chinese name this relationship the brother and sister? Because our brothers and sisters always have something in common with us. When you encounter a symbol that has this relationship with you in the 3 transmissions, it generally represents your brothers and sisters or your colleagues. This relationship also means competition. When you predict whether a project can make money, you encounter a symbol that has this relationship with you, which usually means that your project may be snatched away by your competitor. Of course, it may also be someone trying to snatch the project from you, but he ultimately failed. The 6th type of relationship is yourself, which is the symbol that represents you. Strictly speaking, this is not a relationship. Therefore, these 5 relationships are called 6 relatives. Your relationship with the other 5 people should also include yourself. These 5 relationships are the basis for us to predict whether things are beneficial or harmful to us. Please don't memorize them by rote, but understand the trends and meanings contained in these 5 relationships. Subscribe. Be your own prophet.